Okay, looks like we're still waiting on the last few people to hop on the call here. So we'll give it a few more seconds or so. And while we're waiting, go ahead and grab a pen and paper, something for you to take some notes with. If you're already on the call, welcome. I'm excited to spend some time with everyone here today. And I see the chat. How you guys doing in there? Blowing up. So I love to see the energy there, and you're getting me excited to get started and to dive into some information here. But we'll give it another second or so just to get everybody on the call. So while we're doing so, we will be covering some information regarding the career opportunity you might want to jot some notes down with. So if you haven't grabbed the pen and paper, I'll give you a couple seconds. Go ahead and do so, and we'll get started here very shortly. Just to respect everybody's time, let's go ahead and let's just get right into it. So first of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Tommy Vena. I'm the State Director here with Globe Life, American Income Life Division with the Vena organization. Today what we're going to be doing is sharing information for a career opportunity and going into some details for everybody. So regarding a career though, a career is a long-term successful relationship. In any long-term successful relationship, you definitely have to have some compatibility. And as we go through today and as we go through the interview process with you, that's one of the first things and one of the main things we're going to be looking to do is gauge that compatibility for that long-term, relationship. So what we're going to share today, I'm going to dive into the information. We're going to go over, first of all, the history of the company. You got to get caught up to speed on kind of where we are today. We'll be diving into really what we do as a company, how we work with our clientele, but today we're here to discuss a career opportunity. So we're going to dive into the income potentials, the career path, the incentives, the advancements that go into that side of things. But we'll also touch on how we tie into our community and really what it's going to take for us to be compatible and successful long term. So before we get into our company is owned by Globe Life. Globe Life is a parent company. They own our company as well as 5 other insurance companies. Out of all the companies that Globe owns, we make up the majority of the profits for Globe Life. But Globe Life is an international company, and right now it's on the New York Stock Exchange. Ticker symbol is GL. When you get a chance, go ahead and do some research on that. Just type in GL and stock should pop right up there for you. Interesting fact, Warren Buffett, if you're familiar with Warren Buffett, he is one of the biggest investors in Globe Life stock. Also, Globe Life has $224 billion of life insurance in force. That's a lot of families that are trusting us to protect them with their livelihoods. And right now, which is absolutely amazing, we have more life insurance policy holders than any other life insurance company in the United States. We teamed up with the Dallas Cowboys, the Texas Rangers, FC Dallas soccer team. You could see the Atlanta Braves here, official life insurance providers. And what's nice is the Texas Rangers play baseball at Globe Life Field. So we're not going anywhere. I think we have the naming rights to that stadium for the next 10 or 15 years. Beyond that, All-Star Game is going to be played in 2024 at the Texas Rangers Stadium as well. But let's let the numbers speak for themselves. If you could just look at the growth of the company, it's over a $4 billion company, going to be a $5 billion company as Globe Life. But like I said, Globe Life owns American Income Life. And American Income Life, our company, was founded in the early 1950s by a gentleman by the name of Bernard Rappaport. This company was founded on the backs of unions and labor unions, actually founded as the only 100% union insurance company. And over the last 70-some years, the company has continued to grow. And Mr. Rappaport was the sole owner of his company all the way up until the mid-1990s when he sold his company to Globe Life. And he said that Globe Life will be able to do things for this company that he was never able to provide. And boy, was he right. The company has continued to grow tremendously under working with Globe Life and their partnership and support. In fact, if you just take a look at the growth chart and the numbers, last year was one of the biggest years in company history. And this year is poised to be even bigger. So when you look at AM Best. They're one of the oldest, most well-known, respected ratings company. They rate companies like an A+ to an F-. And what they give you a grade on is financial stability and customer service. So how important would you say financial stability it is for a company? Pretty important, right? But also, how important would you say customer service is? I think that almost goes without saying. So yeah, I didn't get too many of these in school. I just got to be honest with you, an A+, but you know, they did rate our company A+ for both of those, stability and the customer service. So, you know, what do we do? How do we work with our clientele? Well, we provide the organizations that we service. And right now we work with over 40,000 different unions, credit unions, and associations, groups, and businesses all over the country. And the main benefit we provide to them is guaranteed permanent benefits. The reason is because when you work with a company, you typically have benefits while you work with a company. Most companies provide benefits, right? But what happens to those benefits if you ever leave that company? Let's say you quit, get fired, retire. That's right, you typically lose those benefits. So what our company does is provide them with guaranteed permanent benefits to the employees and to those members, so no matter what their union or whether they're no longer with that company or group, they're going to have guaranteed benefits that'll be there for them at a time when they need them the most. So we work with the organizations and we provide them with supplemental guaranteed benefits, life insurance, and additional benefits that they can purchase on their own. But we also have amazing marketing system set up. We could have great benefits, but without a marketing system, the benefits would never get in front of any qualified clients. So this is one of the biggest reasons why I came to this company, guys. You know, when I graduated college, I ended up getting my real estate license and I became a real estate agent. After one day, I retired. It was probably the quickest real estate career maybe ever. And my dad pulled me aside, and he's the reason why I did this. He said, you know, if you get into selling real estate, there's no residual income in selling real estate. You know, whenever you sell a home, you're going to get paid, but that's the end of the story. So you could be the #1 home salesman this year, but if you don't sell any homes next year, what are you going to get paid next year for the homes that you sold this year? And the answer was nothing. He said, so think about that. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, if you want to get paid and earn income, you're going to have to sell another home, right? You need to find something that you can have build residual income, is what he told me. He said, you need to find something where you could do something today, but get paid over and over and over for it in the future. A residual income, guys, that's basically where you do something one time, but you get paid for it over and over and over again, but you don't have to do any more work. Kind of like someone in the music industry. Whenever they go into the studio and they record a song, they never got to record that song again. And every time that gets played, they get paid. So, you know, that's why I directed my efforts and my career path into the financial services industry, because in the financial services industry, you're able to build that residual income. So I went in, and guys, the first 3 years out of college, I went and became a financial advisor. So, you know, after I got my real estate license, like that wasn't enough, I went and studied and I got licensed again as a financial advisor, which required Series 7, Series 66, life accident and health. I got all those licenses. And then when I started as a financial advisor, one of the things you had to do is you had to develop clientele. Well, you had to cold call and prospect in order to do that. So for the next 3 years of my life, I spent cold calling and prospecting as a financial advisor. Maybe 10% of the time I met with clients. I really liked meeting with clients and helping people. I'm sure, do you like helping people? That's what I enjoyed, it was the helping people. The cold calling and prospecting part, gets old after a while. So after 3 years of doing that, you know, 90% of cold calling and prospecting, 10% of meeting with clientele, I left that career and I came to this company. And the biggest reason that caught my eye was the marketing. I saw the way that the company has a marketing system set up to where we don't have to cold call or prospect, and we can dedicate our time to meeting with people and serving clients. So guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna dive into the marketing system real quick here. And it's a 3-step process. The first step in the process is we have a PR team that meets with the president of the organizations that we service, and they have to get that president to agree to work with our company. For today, let's just say the steelworkers, right? But the organizations that we service, we work with 40,000 different groups. Some of them are steelworkers. We work with the coal miners, the teachers, firemen, the nurses, the policemen, the roadway workers, the construction workers, the laborers, the electrical workers, the people that drive the bus downtown, the augmented transit union workers. So we serve working class families and the people that build up this country to what it is today. We kind of privileged to be able to kind of work with them and protect and serve them. So those are the groups that we service. And before we can work with that group, we got to get an okay from who? The union president. So that's the first step. Once the president signs off on it, he sends a letter out, she sends a letter out to all the members in the organization announcing the program. If the members are interested in the benefits, they actually have to fill out a reply card. So it's a 3-step process. The first step, we got to get an okay from the president. The second step, a letter gets sent out to the members. And then the third step, the members got to fill out that card and send that in. From there, it is now our job to service the members who fill out that card. Now, everyone that receives the letter in the mail doesn't return a reply card. We're only responsible for servicing the members that fill out those cards. The people that do not fill out the cards, we simply do not contact them. So the last step is we meet with those members, and what's nice is we meet with them virtually. So we set up a nice virtual setup where we don't have to be in person, and it makes it nice and easy for all the members. So with that being said, what benefits do we provide these members? So if we're going to schedule time to meet with a member, what benefits do we provide? So we're going to go through an example here today. So first of all, imagine that you walked into work today, and in today's example, we're going to use if a member was earning $687 a week. Okay, so this is what we provide to our families. Imagine you earn $687 a week. Basically, we're earning about $17 an hour. If the boss came in one day and told everybody that we're going to get 1 extra hour in our pay this week, we all would make $17 extra. We get paid 41 hours for the week, and that would feel pretty good. You know, you got an extra hour, but we're probably not going to run home and buy a new sports car and take a dream vacation because we got 1 extra hour in our pay, right? On the flip side, let's say that the boss pulled us aside and said we're going to get 1 hour less for the week. So instead of 40, we're going to take home 39 hours. Well, might make a little bit of a difference, but at the end of the day, we're probably not going to, run home and cancel the cable and take the kids off the basketball team. I mean, it's not going to take any food off our table 1 hour. So what they figured is whether we were to get an extra hour in our pay this week or maybe get cut back by that hour, either way, doesn't make that big of a difference. So they said, let's put that hour towards something that would make a difference. And if you notice on the screen there, in the current job, it has listed that we're making $687. But if you also notice, they set up an enhanced job that we're going to do all the same things that we do in the current job in the enhanced job, but we're going to get paid $670 instead of $687. They're going to take that 1 hour and put it towards that enhanced job. And it's going to help cover some major problems and serious concerns. The first problem and concern that they ran into is funeral and final arrangements. In the current job right now, does anybody know what the average funeral costs? It's about $15,000 to $20,000 today, but they're going up over $30,000 in 20 years from now with inflation. Most members we meet with, they don't have $20,000 or $30,000 set aside to take care of a funeral. So what's happening is when a family member passes away, a lot of times they're depleting savings, borrowing money, going into debt. At one of the worst times of their life, they just lost a best friend. So they took a look at this problem and they said, well, what's going on in the current job that's guaranteed to take care of funeral and final arrangements for all the members? And they found out that there's nothing in place in the current job in order to do so. So what they did in the enhanced job is they set up $30,000 benefit that will get paid out to all the members whenever they pass away to their family for their funeral and final arrangements. Right? So that was the first problem and concern they ran into. The next problem, though, is whenever you pass away and you're earning income, what happens to that income? Well, the income is typically lost and gone forever. And in the current job right now, if we have a member who's earning income and they pass away, they're finding that the income stops coming in. The problem with that is that the living expenses for the surviving family member, spouse, kids, children, they still need living expenses. There's still bills that are still coming in, even though the income stopped. So what they did is in the enhanced job, they set up $3,000 a month of tax-free income to go into the spouse. So if the main income earner were to pass away, the spouse would receive $3,000 a month of tax-free income for 5 years to help her or him get the family together, spend time together, get on their feet, and do what's necessary to make ends meet. Now, after that, they took a look at what is most people's biggest asset that if you would ask people, and a lot of people would say their home. But if you ask most homeowners if they have a mortgage today, most homeowners have a mortgage. And the concern is if you have a mortgage, then you don't really own your home, the bank owns your home, right? And if you ask somebody what their biggest asset is, most people would say their home. But those same people also have a mortgage. So if you have a mortgage on your home, is it an asset or is it a liability? In fact, for most people, their house is not their biggest asset. It's actually the biggest liability. If you have a mortgage and you pass away, are you leaving your family with an asset or a liability? Most families, when we're in the current job, we're finding that when they passed away, their family was being left behind with a mortgage. And if you can't meet mortgage payments, what will happen is they do what's called home foreclosures, right? So what they did is they set up in the enhanced job a mortgage paid program where if the member, the income earner passes away, the house would get paid off free and clear for their surviving family members. And then the last thing is they set up college education. They found the current job would not send the kids to college, so they built in $100,000 for each child to attend college. God forbid the main income earner passed away. So just like it says on the screen there, which job would you take? Your current job or your enhanced job? And most people, what they would do, most people typically choose that enhanced job. And I always ask them one question. I say, why would you choose the enhanced job if you know you're going to make more money in your current job? You know, even if you know you're going to make $17 less, why would you take the enhanced job? And everybody has their reasons. But I want to ask you one more question. Our job on a weekly basis is to sit down and service at least 10 families a week. Some of our top representatives, they're seeing 20, 30, 40, 50 families on a weekly basis. But if you sat down with 10 families this week and went over a presentation just like that, how many do you feel would enroll into that enhanced job? And if you're wondering, you know, what that would typically entail as far as income and compensation goes, you can see that if you average, if you do 2 enrollments a week, you would earn about $41,000 a year. Someone that does 3 enrollments a week would earn $65,000 a year. Now, if you said that you would get 10 out of 10, then you are off these charts. But 7 enrollments for the week would keep you at about $160,000 per year. Our top rookie producer last year in our agency and our team earned over $161,000, but our top producer overall last year in her second year earned over $279,000. Currently, right now, last year, you could see some amazing incomes. These are people that took advantage of opportunity unlimited. There is no cap, there is no ceiling on what you can earn on a weekly, monthly, annual basis here. And the sky is the limit. But the main reason why people get into this industry is for residual income. As I mentioned, that was the biggest reason that attracted me into this industry as well. And the way it works, guys, is when a client enrolls into the benefit program this week, we get paid this week. Every single week, we get paid. Bonuses and commissions, 52 paychecks a year. But we also get an extra paycheck once a month based upon our residual income and our renewals. See, when somebody enrolls into the benefit program, this is their life insurance. So when somebody has life insurance, how long should they pay for their life insurance for? Well, that's like a trick question, right? They should keep it for the rest of their lives. So every time our client makes a payment, we get paid again and again and again. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, as long as they still have that program, every month, we're getting compensated again. For me, my residual income started after my first year. I started getting about $1,000 a month. It was pretty exciting. My second year, it grew to $2,000 a month. After 5 years, it was like $7,000 a month. After 10 years, it was $18,000 a month. After 12 years, it was $22,000 a month just in residual income. And let me just say, all the bills for our family are paid before we wake up. Now, we also get paid weekly paychecks as well. So we get paid, every single week, bonuses, commissions, and everything else. But that once a month residual income is absolutely a blessing. But one of the other reasons why I decided to get into the company and really attracted me was the opportunity for leadership. So diving right into leadership, everybody starts as a benefit rep. You can't give what you don't have. A leader here is never going to tell someone to do something that they really haven't done themselves. Most time you want to get into leadership, you have to wait for somebody to die or retire just to have an opportunity to get promoted. What I liked about this is it's all merit-based, results-based promotions from within, right? So the first promotion you can earn is a supervising agent promotion. This is a small team leader, typically 1 to 5 people that you'd be working with, and the supervisors are earning between $70,000 and $100,000. The next position you can grow to is a general agent. This is our manager position. They're typically 5 to 10 people that are working on their team, and they have between about $100,000 and $150,000 of average income. But we put a plus sign there. There's some general agents that are crushing those numbers. And then you could take a look at the next promotion. This is what I was really excited about when I started with the company. I couldn't wait to get to a master general agent. This position is a team leader. You're the head coach. You're in charge of training, developing. The success of the team rises and falls on the general managers. These general managers, they're working with teams of 10 people plus, typically $100,000 to $50,000 to $250,000 a year plus. Some of the top general managers are earning $1 million or more. But it doesn't stop there. You become a regional director as well, and our regional directors are earning between $250,000 and $450,000. The top regional director in the company last year earned well over $3.2 million. Talk about taking advantage of opportunity unlimited. And there is no cap or ceiling on how fast you can grow. Companies never had a layoff in company history. Right now we have record agent growth. Since going virtual, we're seeing record sales right now. Last year was the biggest year in company history, and they're saying that this year is going to be even bigger. So take a look at company culture. Forbes voted us number 24 most happiest companies to work for. The company sends us on an all expenses paid trip every single year to our company convention. We've been to amazing destinations all over the globe. They do an award ceremony there every single year as well. I've been privileged to receive many awards from the company over the last, I'd say 14 years. We've been on that stage so many times and been able to help so many other people, get recognized for their hard work, which is great. The company really gives back and loves to recognize. But I'll tell you what, these conventions are top-notch, 5-star the whole entire way. They rented out the nightclub in Las Vegas a few years ago, flew in DJ Tiesto for 2 hours. The next time we had Kelvin Harris, then they had Cascade. I mean, they're always bringing in fun DJs, throwing great parties for us at all of our destinations. Hawaii in 2024, what an amazing trip the company really puts together for everybody. So I can't tell you how awesome it is. But on the screen there, you're going to see Steve Greer on the left. That's the gentleman. And on the right, he's our CEO, Steve Greer. And on the right is David Zoffin, the president. But one thing is how we make a difference is we're committed to giving back. And we figure that, you should always leave a place better than how you found it. And they started a Make Tomorrow Better donation, which started out a long time ago. In 2012, was able to generate $1.5 million, and just recently last year, 2022, was $3 million $750,000. So man, as a big company, you can really make a big difference. And before you know it, we're going to be giving away tens of millions of dollars. So it creates a tremendous opportunity for us to have a platform to give back. But let me wrap everything up here by what it takes. You probably wonder, what does it take to be successful here? Well, first of all, you do have to be licensed through the state. So every state has their own certifications and has their own tests that you do have to take. You have to be licensed through your state for life, accident, and health. Okay. Now, in order to do that, you have to sign up on a study course and study, and then you have to take a state exam. Now, I'm not a big fan of studying or taking tests at all, but a positive note in this is once you get your license, you're official. And what I like about this is, yes, you do have to take a test, but it adds a level of professionalism to what you're doing. Not everybody is going to be able to do what you do. So I think that's important to note there. Now, to get your license, the coursework, it's an online study course that you're going to use. Some states, that study course is $100. Some states, it may be $200. I'm not sure what your states are, but you got to get certified through that platform there. After you get your state certification and you're ready to start working with us, it's very important to make sure that you have the technology. Today's pretty basic stuff. You got to have a cell phone and a laptop. We'll provide you with all the software. You kind of got to have the hardware and the technology. So it's a blessing we get to work virtually, but the laptop and the smartphone are absolutely key in today's business environment. Training is next. If we decide to move forward and you decide to move forward with us and you obtain your license, after you get your license, we'll start training with you. And during training, we will make sure that we hold your hand every step of the way. We are dedicated to your success, and we will give you 110% of everything that we got during training. All we ask for you during training is to give us 110% back, and that's where we're going to meet and have success. When I find, if you're only able to give a 99% and we're giving 110%, we'll end up just giving it zero and cutting that off. We want to make sure that we have the right person and we give them the right training, and that's how we get the right results. You got to look at this as building a foundation for your career. And if you're building something, anything, any sort of structure at all, or if you're building a career, what's the most important part of any structure? It's the foundation. So that's how important we look at your training, is the foundational period of your career. And the bigger of a structure and the bigger of a career you want to build, the stronger of a foundation that we want to put in with you. So speaking of foundational things, the last thing on that is probably the most important, an entrepreneurial attitude. Not everybody has the mindset of a business owner. Some people have the mindset of an employer, and some people have a mindset of an employee. This is where you're getting in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And you can't get in business for yourself and start your own business, but treat it like you're an employee. You definitely can't treat this like a 9-to-5. If you're looking for a 9-to-5, this is definitely not it. You're not at the right place. This is not a clock in, clock out. This is where you're in business for yourself, and where you're going to be able to pour in, and what you put in, you're going to be able to get back out. If you're the type that wants to work hard and get paid for all of your hard work and not just some of it, then I tell you, you are at the right place at the right time. So I hope that's pretty clear on the entrepreneurial and the business owner mindset. I'm going to dive through and just close us down on the very, very next steps here. So, today is step 2. We're going over the information with you. The next step from here is going to be receive a questionnaire. So after today, guys, we're going to ask you to fill out a questionnaire to give us some feedback on how you feel about the career. So these questionnaires, it'll be popped up in the chat here, so you could click on the link and do that while we're still on the call. Or you can take a look into your email. We should have an email being sent to you very shortly, and we ask you to take the it's not even 5 minutes, probably less than 5 minutes, to fill out this questionnaire whenever you wrap up and give us feedback on how you feel about your career as well. From there, we'll evaluate your responses, and if you're serious about moving forward with your career, and we're serious about moving forward with you as well, we're going to reach out to you, and we're going to maybe have some additional questions, but we're going to look to schedule a final interview with you. So to bring you into, that situation and that process right here, you can see the questionnaire link should show in the chat window, or you should get it right in an email. Complete that questionnaire, send it back. Our leadership team will meet, and we will get back in touch with those that we felt most compatible with. So we will reach out to the selected candidates within 24 hours, which is nice, as you're not going to have to wait 2 weeks to hear back from somebody, okay? We're going to reach out to the ones that we felt most compatible within 24 to 48 hours, okay? If you see a phone call you don't recognize or a message that you get from someone, it might be one of our directors giving you a call, so make sure you give them a call with an ample enough time so we can get back in touch with you. From there, we'll be able to meet with you one-on-one. You are going to have some questions. We're going to have some questions as well. If we got all those questions answered, then we'll be able to make a commitment to you. You can make that commitment back to us, and that's where we can start our career out and move forward from there. So with that being said today, I want to thank everybody for your time, and I definitely don't take this lightly. Whether it's with us or in your career search, I wish you all the best of luck. And I sure look forward to meeting with some of you real soon. Look forward to working with you guys and helping you guys take your dreams and turn them into a reality here. So good luck throughout the rest of the interview process, and sure hope to catch up with some of you guys soon. Thank you again for spending some time here today. God bless. Have a great day, and take care.